another question from the sample paper that I set you for the holidays. This one, a lot of people requested. It's hard to get the exact answer. Again, the exact coordinates are what's asked for, and quite a few of you made mistakes, got it wrong because you put in the approximations or rounded decimals. Okay, I'm going to try and do this. It requires quite a lot of space. We're going to see this. We're going to see this question all the way through. So, to begin with, let's try and understand what they're asking us. The curve has the equation given, and at the point a half 2, that's, I don't know, say there, it lies on C1, okay, that point there, and it says the normal, the curve C2 is given there, and it says that the normal to C1 at the point P meets C2 at the point Q. So the normal is the one that's at 90 degrees, so we're looking for this point here, which is called Q. This point here is point P. If we can find the equation of the line PQ, we can then solve this question. So let's begin. I'm going to need to find the gradient of the line from P to Q. To find the gradient of a line, we're probably going to differentiate. So if y, this is P is on the line C1, so I'm going to take the equation for that line, which is 4x squared minus 6x plus 4, and I'm going to differentiate. To get dy by dx is 8x minus 6. At P, x equals a half. Therefore, dy by dx is going to equal minus 2 by substituting that value in. So the gradient of the normal is a half. That's a good place to start. And so the equation of the normal, the next thing, we can substitute into the y minus y1 equals x minus mx minus x1. So y minus 2 equals a half x minus a half. Simplifying gives me y equals a half x plus 7 over 4. That is the equation of the normal PQ. That's the first step we need. There'd be marks for getting that. Okay, let's make this disappear. At the point Q, the two things intersect. That means that the equation here meets the equation here. That means they're equal to each other. So I can say that a half x plus 7 over 4 is equal to a half x plus ln of 2x, which means, by cancelling, because that cancels and that cancels, that 7 over 4 equals ln of 2x. We need to be able to reverse to find the inverse of ln. The inverse of ln is e to the power of. So we get e to the power of 7 over 4 equals 2x. So a half e to the 7 over 4 equals x. That's the x value. Brilliant. We now need to work through and find the y value. The easiest way to do this is to substitute it into one of the values. And I'm going to substitute it into the equation here, because that's very straightforward. So y equals a half of a half e to the 7 over 4 plus 7 over 4. The y value then is a quarter of e to the 7 over 4 plus 7 over 4. Do not round it, don't work it out on the calculator, that's the value we're looking for. Hope that helps.